Happy New Year! Woo! Look at them go! Whoa, those are actually really sparkly. Oh, jeez. Welcome back to the Artisan Collective. So obviously last episode, we built these beautiful silos over here and messed around with some birds, which I have gotten them called bats before. I even think they kind of look like bats, but apparently people like them, so I'm gonna keep them for now. But since then, obviously something has changed. I did do a little bit of a stream where we took down lots of trees and got a lot of stuff cleared out, and even after stream, I went back and flattened, there was a mountain here, I flattened that, and I just wanted to get some stuff prepped and ready on this land. In fact, Jinx came back on this morning and cleared out many more trees. This used to all be forest, and she cleared out a bunch of this. So we'll have to maybe do something nice for Jinx, because she's really helped out. And I have a feeling that if I leave it too long, she's going to clear out all of this as well. But apart from obviously getting land ready and stuff, I've thought about some things, and I want to do the farms in the silos. I want to design, I want to do stuff with redstone and figure out what is going on inside these things. Because I don't do redstone, I'm not a redstoner, I'm a builder. Didn't know if you could tell that I was a builder, just maybe. But I would like in this new year to get to know a little bit of redstone. Which, speaking of the new year, I hope everyone's having a great new year so far, because by the time this video gets out, it'll be a couple days into the new year. And hopefully, if you didn't have a good new year this past year, that it gets a little bit better for you. Yeah, but I would really like to not use tutorials. I would like to figure out redstone myself. And also, Color came by.
Okay, so unlike anyone else, you don't get to choose the red or the blue. You get to have the red and the blue. You can have them both.
Oh, so I just...
You can choose if you want, but I feel like I've left it so long that you should be able to have both boxes that I put together. But in fact, just for the game, what one would you choose if you were to choose one?
It's gonna sound like a really stupid reason because I don't have it on right now, but yeah. The new main skin that I have has a red jacket, so I'd probably choose the red one. It's a really stupid reason, but ooh, there's heads with everyone. Oh, this is perfect for Swift Sneak. I like this box.
You can have the other box as well. Oh, that's the wrong box. There's the wrong box. Wrong box.
Yay, rockets!
That's my rocket box. There you
go. Ooh, more heads.
But these,
I love the little enchantment table. That's so cute.
Yeah, I thought with all your house and everything that you've done in there with the detailing, that fit quite well.
Yes, all the heads will be used. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry it took so long, dude. I'm sorry it took so long.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. I just thought it was funny that I joined and it was like absent, and then all of a sudden Richie joins and I was like immediately grab the box.
Immediately, yeah.
Thank you for both the boxes. I'm definitely gonna put both the boxes and all the heads in them to good work, to much good use. So that was very kind of him. I mean, seriously, too kind of him. And there was also lots of goodies. There was lots of heads and stuff, and it was so wonderful. I'm definitely gonna use all of these heads for something at some point, because I love using the Artisan mod. I don't know if you could tell. Not probably in this room, but downstairs in like a kitchen and stuff, there are so many armor stands. Like even in this room, you can see them everywhere. But he dropped off some heads, and it was very nice. I'm very, very grateful for this. Especially for some like very little tiny reason as well. So basically, Tom, I have his head now. Tom's not actually on the server anymore. I believe he left about 2 months ago or something like that. A little bit before I joined. But Tom was the reason I'm on. Not even joking. Tom is the reason. In fact, let's put on his head while we talk about this. So Tom is the one who originally invited me to the server. And now that I'm here and I've started and I've made friends with everyone, I am way too grateful for that. So thank you, Tom. I don't know if you're seeing this, but thank you very much. So having his head kind of feels a little bit special. I'm gonna have to make some sort of like shrine or something to this man. Just a little podium somewhere honoring the fact that he got me into the server. But on top of that, I also got a bunch of other people's heads that I don't already have, which is so lovely. I'm not sure what's going on with this or this. Authite, why are you a rock? But, ooh, shulker shells. I just put a stack of diamonds on shulker shells. I forgot that existed. Thank you, Color. I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna shove those into my box. But then also, Swift Sneak. I have Swift Speed. our soul speed, whatever it is. I didn't have Swift Sneak, and I really wanted Swift Sneak, so we're gonna put these on our pants. Hope I have enough levels for this. Ooh, I do. I get to go fast while crouching now. Oh, that's much nicer. Okay, thank you. Oh, that's great. And then we can go ahead and sort the rest of it. So I'm gonna sort the rest of this. And then I meet back with y'all. But now with that out the way, it's time to break into these things. So my goal is to not have to use any redstone tutorials. I'm not gonna use them. I won't use them. Nope, nope, nope. Not gonna look at them, not gonna use them, not gonna do anything about them. Not doing it. I'm gonna use my own brain. And because of that, I'm gonna start with the one farm that doesn't take redstone. How does that sound? So obviously down here, I wanna have a bunch of different farms. I wanna have some flowers, some cactus, some whatever. And then I wanna have just like a little tiny place where I can get this all up here. So down here, right, this is where everything feeds to. In fact, let me extend this up by a little bit. I would like to get everything to go into these chests so that whenever I collect stuff, I can just walk up to these chests, not have to go inside a building or whatever. I'll just be out here, collect it, do my business, and move on. And with cactus farms, they're pretty simple. It's not like they're that hard. I just realized I grabbed the wrong kind of ice. I do need this ice, but it's not the correct kind I wanted. There's the ice I wanted. Anyway, what I was trying to say is cactus farms are pretty simple. You have cactus that get broken by fences. It pushes the cactus to one side where there's hoppers, and that's pretty much about it. You can have as many layers as you want as long as the water pushes off. And if my calculations are correct, if I go like this, I kind of push this to one side, I push it to this side, and then I go in this direction like this. This should give us enough space to have 8 blocks that go in this direction. And so like for all these farms, I want to make sure I can at least see them in some sort of way in case I ever need to fix them or whatnot. So for this farm, the only way you're gonna be able to see inside of it is if you go on this back portion here or like this side over here, because I'm gonna have this be glass. It's not the most ideal for sight from up there, but it's gonna work. And that's kind of why I'm putting it all the way down here at the bottom. I would put it up higher, but like there's really no point. This is one of those farms where it kind of helps to have stuff like this, because then all the rest of the farms we can feed through this corner here, just bring it all down, feed it through that like that. Except there's been a little bit of a miss sight here. How is this supposed to work? I guess it doesn't. I guess we just leave this open like that. We just don't use that last row. Because then if I'm thinking about this, cactus can't be touching a wall, and we're gonna have a glass wall here. In fact, let's go ahead and mark that out. Glass wall goes here, glass wall goes over here, and I'm actually gonna fill in these walls with just oak, or not oak, this is birch. And then this will continue up like this, so we can connect other farms to it. So that's gonna be the kind of layout. So then if we can't put a cactus there, you know what, I haven't grabbed sand. Let me go grab sand. Not using a tutorial, it's going swimmingly. And I haven't even gotten to the redstone part yet. Okay, if cactus go there, which I'm realizing now that's not gonna work, sand won't sit on top of that, kinda has to be like this. Okay, if cactus goes there, like this, then cactus has to go there, right? And then if we take this, then cactus has to go there. And we keep doing this until there's a wall. Cactus can't go here, which then leaves us this little space. It's like, what are we supposed to do with that? So then maybe we do open this, because this is the only row that's gonna have this issue, right? Oh wait, no, but then there's this in bit. Could just cut it off early. I might just do that. We don't need the side, do we? Just do that. Very simple solution for a very silly problem. But then how does it work with this direction? Oh, it works perfectly. Okay, that's gonna work. Boom. And the cactus goes there. I'm starting to worry myself for whenever I have to start involving redstone in this. Okay, so now that we got this little box area, right? We need water down at the bottom there. So let me go get this. That's why I have this ice. This is super simple. We just place this down like this. Oh, not like that. We have the ice like that, and then we're able to just break it, and it makes water. Simplest thing in the world. No buckets involved, no mess to clean up, no running back and forth for water, and we got our water stream. And that should handle all the cactus collection, really. Because all the cactus is just gonna get pushed into these hoppers here, go along this line, go into our storage, and then that's the end of that. And then up here, just gotta make this a little bit taller. And the cactus go on here. Except I don't want to place the cactus down yet, because I have to place the fences first. So if that's a cactus, that means fence go up here. I said fence. Fence go there. And we just gotta place these in between each of the cactus. Or at least where the cactus will try and grow, and then it can't grow because then the fence stops it, and then the cactus kind of goes down below. This is like the one farm I know how to make by memory that doesn't involve redstone, because it doesn't involve redstone. It's simple for my brain. It's why I chose to do it first. And then now that the fence is in, cactus! Ooh, ow, they hurt. I didn't think this through. My own silo is gonna kill me. Just gotta be very careful. Hopefully we'll be able to see this layer start working already. Cactus, I feel like, don't take very long to start trying to grow. But that's essentially the cactus farm. Like, that's really all we have to do. I do want to expand it, though. I just want to make, like, maybe 3 or 4 of them in total. Just, that should be enough, right? Don't need too many. I made 5. 5 was the magical number. Also, trees gone, and water has lines. But we have cactus! Woo! Hey, I actually have a way to get green dye now, which is awesome. That's like 1 farm out of what? I'm not sure. I'm not going to count the amount of farms I'm going to make. But it does mean I get to use redstone now. So if I'm thinking about this right, that's where the thing goes up. So I need to make that go up higher, right? And I collected all the flowers that you can bone meal to get more of themselves. So my plan is just to have dispensers kind of upside down in a couple different spots. In fact, let me make just like a little I don't know what to call it. Just a little standing point. Here's the thought. We got dispenser, 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 dispenser. That's not right. There's how many flowers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 flowers. We got dispenser, 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 dispenser. There we go. That's the correct amount. And with that, what we can do is we can just break the glass like this. I mean this. Go back down here. And then what we can do is we can take pistons, stick them up there like this, right? Well, that's not correct. And then once we have our pistons, we can break the blocks above, because these will be our little pedestals, our little activation points, if you will. We can put levers on all of these. Then we got our observers, which I didn't think this through very much. I have an idea. Click these each once, so that the bottom one is at the correct level. Actually, I don't know what my thought process for this was. We gotta break these anyway. I gotta place them like this. Nope, not like that. That's wrong. Like this. Nope, that's wrong too. Like so. Yeah, like that. And so it's flashing. Now all of those are flashing. I can place this glass back. This little bar here can be destroyed as well. And if I just flick each one of these levers once, it sticks and it picks up and it deactivates all of them. So now, whenever I want to go activate them, all I have to do is flick a lever for whichever flower it is that I want, and it activates. So now, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I'm being smart about this, because if I'm right, you get a hopper, you put mud on top of it. If you throw something at the mud, I said throw something at the mud, the hopper picks it up. So the thought, since all these things can be placed on mud, is we put the dispenser either above or behind the flower, mud underneath, hopper underneath that. I mean, seems reasonable. My scaffolding is getting worse and worse. It's not gonna quite line up with that, but that's fine. So, dispenser go here, 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 here. No, that's wrong. No, here, and here. And mud go here, 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 and here. Which means this needs to be brought all the way up to here. Which means I actually need to break this mud so I can bring this all the way down. This goes back. Each of our flowers gets a spot. So let's start off with red, then yellow, then one of these is magenta. Magenta go. And then there's 2 different ones that do pink. We'll do the pink last. And then all we need around it are little casings to make sure these don't somehow go off the walls crazy and start splattering everywhere. And because I want to keep to my word of making a lot of this transparent, I'm going to replace this back here with glass. Because I would like to see a bunch of stuff. Like if I'm going to look down through the top of the silos, I want to be able to see all my creations for the most part. Like I said, if anything breaks, I can easily see it. And the fronts just get the same kind of little shield thing. Because you wouldn't believe the amount of times I've seen these flower farms start just spewing flowers everywhere. So they get a nice thick glass wall to protect them and make sure the flowers don't go spilling. And now that the front's done, we just need an easy way to fill these up. So my solution to this is literally just take hoppers, shove them in the back here, break this space behind each one of these, and just make a little hopper line all the way up with the chest in the back. I mean, that makes perfect sense, right? We can put bone meal in the back here and just let it run. So now it's time for the testing portion. I acquired bones, and then we just shoved the bone meal into these little chests here, and then I guess we just let it go. Oh, that is so very loud, but it's working. I'm turning that off. That is extremely loud, and I do not need that many flowers right now. So this gives us a way to get red dye, yellow dye, magenta dye, and 2 different ways to get pink dye, but it also gives us a way to get flowers. And then we got a way to get green dye and cactus down there. So we're already covering quite a bit of the dye basis. And I think I want to leave this building for now and go work on a different building. But hey, the flowers made it down here safe. They're slowly filtering through. So for this next section, I bring you to my redstone testing world. It's so very empty in here. Because in case you couldn't tell, I don't do redstone. Yay! But to start off my first little redstone project for the one and only redstone testing world I'm probably ever going to have, I've kind of pasted in some stuff from the world itself, from the server, to kind of get a good view of what space I have available to us to work with. So I've taken little chunks of it, really, and I've kind of put them on the ground here so we can have just a little bit of a border as to how much space we're trying to fill and how much space we have available to us. So obviously we're going to do sugarcane and we're going to do bamboo. Those are the two things we're going to be doing. Unlike this silo where it was just like a bunch of different stuff, I didn't want to do that. So yeah, this is going to definitely be your little bit, just like normal farms and stuff. Let's start off with the sugarcane. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, really. I'll be real, because I don't normally do redstone-y stuff. But I'm going to try. In the end, this will be a Kiwi dignified original, well, could be original sugarcane and bamboo farm design, because I'm gonna try. We're trying here. So if bamboo goes there, or not bamboo, that's sugarcane. Sorry. If sugarcane goes there, the reason I said bamboo is because I'm thinking these farms are going to be very similar. I have a feeling that they're going to be very, very close to each other. So I'm kind of thinking that if I create one design that works, it's going to work on the other one, if that makes sense. And I am going to go with the basic. Yeah, because then that'll work. Because then let's say this goes like this, and then it pushes. Ooh, and it all goes in front. Ooh. Does that happen every time? Like, none of it goes on the block? Most of it. Most of it goes in front. Well, see, what I was originally thinking is I could get it to all drop off into the middle. I wouldn't have any of this leftover residue or anything. But if it's just going to do that, then there's really no point to do the whole drop-off thing. I'll just create these things side by side, I guess. I'm realizing this is going to be a very noisy farm. It's starting to make me question if maybe a flying machine is the better way to go. Nah. Having a bunch of these stacked up, all dropping down, that seems better. Definitely is going to be cutting it close, because I have a feeling that as long as I create one module, I can just kind of stack the modules, and then I won't have to really worry about much. I didn't quite think about this. This thing could be longer. How are you so oval-shaped? Kind of looks like a 0, but here's the thought. So because the inside here cannot overlap in certain ways, I've basically made it to where these can't be activated by this. Oh, but they can't go either, because if I do that, they're not going to go off. Never mind, you're decommissioned. Though that does look kind of silly, even though that would be functional, really. But basically, I've just made a bunch of these little modules where if this can appear, then it sets off all of them, basically. Or as many as it can think to set off. So like this corner bit will set off both of these rows. So I guess if I'm not making them drop down, I could use just a bunch of hoppers. But then I'm not going to be able to see because they're stacked. Then makes me ask the question, why am I even doing it this way in the first place? Because if I do it this way, if I'm using the mud on purpose so that I can get the sugarcane with hoppers, I can move everything out a little bit, right? And then once we had all of this like this, so that there's more space, more stuff for things to grow, since it's all going to be picked up by hoppers, I can place the hoppers underneath here. So I guess I need 2 lines. So like the front here, inside here, there's going to be this hopper, which means this can go out technically like this and have the line like that. So actually over in the farm, there's going to be rows here and here that stick up, which means everything can technically feed into that. And then we'll just have a nice little hopper system running underneath here, like this. So then if I up the tick speed, let's just say 500, we're already going to see that a lot of this will start growing, and hopefully we'll start seeing stuff set off. See, like stuff gets set off there, and then it immediately goes into the hoppers, and hoppers collected down here like that. So technically that does work. It'll look something like that. These little holes is how you're going to be able to see through. So the fact that I want to be able to see all the farms all the way down go through isn't going to be possible, really, with the sugarcane, I'm realizing, or the bamboo, because of stuff like this. So maybe flying machines are the way to go. Never mind, I just looked it up. The moment I unload the chunk, if I know that it's not going, it'll be fine. But if it is going, and I unload a chunk, it breaks immediately. So never mind. I think this is the way to go. I even created another little circle in case I wanted to do flying machines. But nope, I think this is what we're gonna go with. That kind of scares me. I don't really like the idea of flying machines breaking constantly, because I don't want to go in and fix many rows of it. So I'm gonna go with the expensive version with all of this. I wonder if it's possible to fit a few more of these little chunks in here. Well, it's not the prettiest way of doing it, but I think it works. So now there's no unused space in this block of madness, and we can still kind of see the layers from this. There's no good way to get down to it, but it works. So now if we take this monstrosity, and we move it over into the actual silo as low as we can, that seems to be the lowest I want to go, because we have to make sure that that can get a way to get over here. And we paste it a couple of times. We get this monstrosity. Look at this. All the rows of sugarcane you could possibly want. Oh, that's terrifying. Though, after returning the tick speed back to normal, surprisingly quiet. And all we gotta do is create a little cap here so that this doesn't go flying out the top. And then that's pretty much that design done. Like, that's all you really need for a sugarcane farm. Eventually, all of it will filter all the way down here at hopper speed, sadly, all the way down into this chest. And it'll get us lots and lots of sugarcane, which, now that I think about it, eventually I might want to put a shulker loader on this thing. That is a thought for the future. If I do end up putting a shulker loader on this thing, it'll probably reroute this into the back here, put it into the shulker loader, reroute that up to here, and then go into this hopper here. But I think some further testing needs to be done first before I even decide if I want to put a shulker loader on this thing, considering how expensive shulker boxes are right now. I think I would rather do it manually right now than go spend the thousands of diamonds on shulker boxes, thanks to color. But look, you can see all the way down now. That's pretty cool. And the actual glass layering is actually on this level here. So it's gonna be like glass, and then you still can see all the way down, which hopefully that'll be good enough for that goal of being able to see down this thing and making sure it's actually all still working. So since that design's all figured out, I figure we do something similar for the bamboo, because really it's like the same farm, except without the water, and much, much smaller. So for the bamboo, it can just go right on there, except it does go a lot taller. I wonder, is there a max height to bamboo? There is. Ah, okay. So there's a max height to bamboo, is there? That gives me some ideas then. So if that's the max height, that's how tall it can be. Our modules can look a little different, because this can be glass, no water needed. I'm gonna say probably 5 from the top would be good enough. 5 from the top, why not? I want to be producing bamboo, but I don't want to be producing it at a rapid rate, so much so that it's impossible to ever get to it again. The sad part is I think this might actually work. It's a lot of observers, but it might actually work. Oh, and of course it does. Why does that work? Why does that have to work? Let's really ask ourselves that question. Why does that have to work? I wonder if there's a better way I could be doing this. I've never experimented with walls before, so this is going to be interesting. So if I put that there, flip it upside down. If I have a bunch of walls here like this, because the glass is there, it won't change. If there was no glass here, what we'd be able to do is just do that and then it updates, right? Yeah, okay. So how wall stuff works is it's like instant redstone. You place the thing there, it goes down, this activates, boom, easy. The only issue being that because the glass is here to keep this bamboo from flying everywhere, that's not going to work. I wish it would, because that would be so much easier. But sadly, we don't get to mess with walls. So that looks like a module is how that's going to look. And then, of course, our hopper will go down here. And yes, I know my knowledge of redstone is primitive. Please don't come at me for it. I know this probably is like, oh, that's awful to some people. But this is how I learned redstone. This is how I do it. Woo! Oh, please don't come at me for my redstone incompetence. Because then with that, we got our 4 sides. And then that'll be good enough for that. Is this another one of those weird redstone rules? Do you not want to work anymore? Okay, fine then. What if I drop this down by 1? No? Okay, I see how it is. So if that doesn't want to work, then what do we do about this? I have a really bad idea. Oh, I already can tell people are probably frothing at the mouth when they see this. Oh no. Oh, this is a really bad idea. I think people can already tell where this is going. If this works, I'm gonna cry. Oh, well, it kinda did. Not really though. Well, that ain't gonna work. Well, since I don't need too much of this stuff, I can make it smaller. Okay, so now he's a little bit less chunky, which it gives us the little bit extra room that I would need on the outside to do what I'm thinking is gonna work, which would be adding these. Why would I think that would work? That would have to be a lower. Probably the one and only time that y'all are gonna see my creative process when it comes to redstone, or literally anything. Because now with this second layer, I can do the redstone dust, which will connect, obviously. And then I can do this little connecty bit using the spaces where this isn't cut out. using more redstone and make it go up like that and do something like that and kind of transfer the signal along. Nope, not strong enough. Move it up by one? I mean, really, it just needs to be one of them. It doesn't need to be all of them. Though to be safe, we'll do a couple. In fact, I think this needs to be moved up even more now that I've done this. Don't know where I was going with this. You've done it. You've boggled my mind. Can we just do something like that? That should work, right? It's a mess. I could even probably make this simpler, just move this down. But theoretically that would work, right? Why do you not work? Worked on the sugar cane. Don't understand. What's the difference? What's the difference? And so why? Why don't you work? Maybe this will work? Because when those extend, it'll hit that. Is that why it hasn't worked this entire time? Really? You're joking, right? Like that's that. Why you no go down? The redstone's being mean. Why you no go down? Redstone signals are supposed to go down too. You're joking. It's because it was on glass. You had an issue because you were on glass of all things? Oh my goodness. So you're telling me that my other little thing could have worked if it wasn't on glass. So help me if this works. Just because it's not on glass? Oh my goodness. Y'all, I just had the biggest facepalm in my life. It works now. And it was all because it was on glass. So that circuit works. I just had an even bigger facepalm. You know what I could have done this entire time? Extended this down, detected it in front. Actually, no, not extended down. Move this up. You know, that would work too. That would work as well. Watch this work. Watch it work. I'm looking. Yep. Oh. Wow. Look. Imagine that. Imagine that. Oh my goodness. So my mind could have done this entire time. This would have worked. This would have solved all my issues. But it chose this. I'm just a little mad at myself right now. I've been staring at a design for this thing for over 30 minutes now. It took me 30 minutes to figure out I could just use the same little trick that I used up here, down there. Is it a lot of observers? Yes. But does it work? Also yes. But hey, we have a working system now. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Do I want to cry a little bit? Just slightly. I don't even think this is possible, one of these inside of each other. Like, I don't even think that's possible. And I'm realizing now that this is also really stupid. I don't know why I'm doing it based off the tallest one. I should probably be doing it from lower. Doesn't matter where the top of it is. I don't know why I thought it mattered where the top of it was. I can create an artificial top. In fact, why am I not just using the same circuit that was using? I could have crammed so much more bamboo in here without this mess of things. I remember at the beginning of the section even saying, oh, I could just design one and use the same design for both. Like, why not? That would be the simplest thing to do, considering that they're practically the same thing, just one has water and one doesn't have water. Apparently, I couldn't remember that I said that myself, because I have a sneaky suspicion that we're gonna get more bamboo out of modules like this than we are out of modules like that. Much less resources used. And look, it even makes the same shape. Whoa! Except this one's an actual square. Yeah, it's not oval like the other one. Though I guess this one is partitioned directly in the corner, whereas this one's partitioned a little bit off from the corner on purpose to get just slightly more space. If any of the artisans are watching this, please send help. No one should have let me go onto a redstone testing world and figure out a design that probably has been found out for many years that I'm just now realizing exists. I've been playing this game for a very long time. So my absence of redstone knowledge to this degree is scary. And then this one has the same deal. Actually, wait, no, this one's gonna be different. I forgot. I almost forgot my own plan. That would have been awful. Never mind, this one's not going out because I would like to not have this go straight into bamboo. I would like it to produce bamboo blocks rather than just the bamboo. Maybe I do a little trickle system. It'll craft some and not craft others, but it'll craft most so I can still get some bamboo. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting system. So I haven't really worked with an auto crafter all that much. So to my knowledge, if I do this and place a button on it, it crafts it, and I think it goes directly into the hopper. Yeah, okay, so it goes directly into the hopper. And then if we take a redstone signal out the back here, if we get 3 in there, it's gonna give us a signal of 3. So if all 9 are in there, then it's gonna give us probably a signal of 9. So it ends there. And if we don't have all 9, it doesn't have that 9th one. So what we can do is we can take this signal, and only once it gets to this last one here, will it loop back around, back into the crafter, and power it. So I can add, and then once I add the last one, it'll craft, and it'll create our block. That's not too bad. I could probably do a subtract method on this, but really I don't need it to be that compact. This area can be as large as it needs to be as long as it doesn't go past here. So then we can have our bamboo flowing into this all nice and neat from these 2 sides. And it all goes into the crafter. But on one side, I can do a little bit of a trickle. Maybe I can do some little trickery using the hopper clocks. How do you make a hopper clock? My knowledge is abysmal. Okay, I made a hopper clock. Powered by bamboo. Let's do half a stack. So then, in theory, every half a stack of bamboo that goes through these hoppers, it'll tick once and it'll move it to the side. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Is it supposed to be sticky pistons? Yeah, okay, it's working now. It's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is good because I'm gonna use this for a very stupid reason. Every time this flashes, it turns off for just a moment. Just a split second does it turn off. And for that split second, this hopper is gonna turn on. So this is gonna be powered. Nothing is gonna go through here. It can't. But if I did this, then every once in a while, one singular bamboo should theoretically be let through. It's not letting any bamboo through. Oh, there it goes. Yay, okay, and we got one. So now that we know that this is working, we can go get our creation from over here, put some hoppers on it, paste it in there and see how many we need. And then once we have it all pasted like this, same as the other one, we can just put a cap on it, and then that's pretty much the designs. So since we have both farms designed now, I'm gonna get stuff polished, take schematics of these so I can figure out how to build them, collect materials, and then meet you back on the server. Hopefully dokley, I did the thing! Oh, that sounds so stupid. Anyway, I got materials, I got it all prepped and ready to go, which means it's time for a little bit of a time lapse. Let's go! Well, it do be done. It would appear that this middle section here on the sugarcane farm does kind of leak a little bit, so I might go back in and remove this middle section. I'm not quite sure yet, but it doesn't leak too badly. It's just a sugarcane every once in a while, and then it ends there. So it's not like it's a big deal. But I'm not going to go into any more explanation on these farms, considering that you literally got to watch me make them in my own creative redstone world. We'll see how long it remains that way. But everything's going smoothly. Like cactus is producing lots of cactus. Bamboo is producing quite a bit of bamboo blocks already. This thing's not even been built for that long. And sugarcane looks like a little bit, but actually I've already kind of taken a couple of shulker boxes out of this thing. So we definitely have enough of that. But that'll be all for now. I hope you've kind of liked some of the longer episodes. I've been doing a lot more longer type episodes, only about by 10 minutes, you know, like not too much longer, totally not like a third of the episode, but they have been a little bit longer as of recent. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, maybe even leave a comment. Hopefully we'll be starting on a little bit of a lighthouse. Maybe get a little bit of creepers going on for the future. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Oh, there we go.